Boom! What's up, everybody? My name is Kim, and today we're going to be installing Kopia, which is a fast, secure, open source backup tool. It's a cross platform too. You can have this on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. We're going to be doing this in Linux on Endeavor OS, and we're just going to get to it. So, you want to go to kopia.io, go to downloads, and here you can go to Arch Linux Manjaro, click it, and we're gonna be build it from the source instead of going into the AUR and do it. You can see here pwd, I'm in the root, so if I go back to where you would be, you just go here and do cd/. Now we're in root. We're gonna want to go in here to opt. That's where I want to put it. Kopia build. And this isn't the only way to do this, but this is a way to do it. And I'm not sure if it's the best way or the worst way, but it works and it's pretty secure. It's as secure as I can figure out how to make it. If you like this tutorial, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment down below of what you think about Kopia. I've tested it against borg-backup and restic. Kopia is by far the fastest and the easiest to use, I think. Borg is probably the most tried and tested backup solution, and Borg is fantastic, but it's a single-threaded application because it's written in Python, and this is written in Go, so it's a multi-threaded application. Okay, let's just get to it. So cd opt, you can see we're in opt now. Since we installed Vivaldi, that's going to be in here. We can see we're going to go here, we're going to copy this git clone command control C, and we're going to have to use sudo here, I believe. So you can see permission denied. So all you do is sudo exclamation mark, hit enter, and then type in your password, hit enter again. It's downloaded it already, so we can do ls. We can see we have a Kopia directory now and Vivaldi as well. But see, this is probably where some of you that knows Linux really well are gonna complain of how I do this, but we'll check it out and see. I think this works really good, and it's the least complicated way of doing it. So I'm gonna go back once here, out here, so ls-larh, and we can see here that opt is owned by root. We're gonna have to change it for a little bit, so we can go here and do sudo chown your username. In my case, it's ks. You can see that here, over here, ks, and then you want to put in opt. And now if we do the same command, we can see here that opt is owned by root and ks, or ks and root, which is good. So let's go back into opt, cd opt ls-larh, and you can see that Kopia is owned by root still, and we won't be able to make package si here as root. It's not allowed because it can create harm to your system, is what it comes up and says. So what we need to do is we need to become an owner of the Kopia directory as well. So sudo chown ks Kopia, hit enter. So if we do ls-larh again, now we can see that Kopia is also owned by ks. So now we can cd into it. Cd Kopia. Okay, so we have one directory in there, or a package build in there. So now we're gonna use make pkg-si, and we're gonna hit enter. It's gonna ask us if we wanna build it and install it? Yes. So all you hit is yes and enter, and you're gonna get this up here on the screen. It's gonna take a little bit, but once it's done, because it's installing Go as well to install it. I'll speed this up and get back to you when it's done. So we're gonna come here and ask to install it again. So just hit Y, enter, or you can just hit enter, because that's Y is the highlighter one there. So it's just saying that's gonna be the default one. So we are done. That means that if we do Kopia --help, we get all this stuff here, and that is good. That means we have gotten it installed, everything is working. Now we can go out of here, just go back to our normal out here. But once we're gonna set this up, we wanna set it up as the root user. So we're gonna type in sudo su. Okay, that's good. Now we're gonna make the repositories that we want to do. So I'm gonna do, just for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna do documents and Etsy, so you can see it works, and we're gonna make this work automatically in the background using cron. So Kopia repository create, and then we're gonna do here file system, because I'm gonna do it on my hard drive or on an external drive. In this case, this is on a VM, so it's gonna be on my home partition. But I usually mount the external hard drive to MNT and then have my backups go there. And then we're gonna do --path, so we can tell Kopia where the repository is gonna be stored. So I'm gonna use home ks/backup, and then I'm gonna do another slash here since we're gonna have, I like to have one central directory that has several repositories in it. That way I can have one repository for my /home, Etsy, OPT, and so on. So now I'm gonna just call this documents, like so. Hit enter, and now we gotta create a password, and I highly recommend you creating a really good password for this, or passphrase. I'm just gonna use 123 here since it's a test, and I will be deleting this afterwards. So now you can see we have created this. I'm gonna create one more repository, but I'm gonna set up a few different parameters, so we changed the policy for it a little bit, so you can see how you can do that as well. So just to make sure that this is done, we're gonna go Kopia repository connect file system --path, and then we're gonna use home ks where we made it, so backup and document. And now we're going to enter in the passphrase again, and you can see it's connected to that repository. There's nothing in there because you haven't made any snapshots yet. So I'll show you how you can very easily change this here if you wanted to. So Kopia policy show global. So here you can see, here's all the policies, and compression is not enabled. And so on the next one, we're gonna set up one with compression as well. This is just 1-to-1. Okay, so Kopia repository disconnect. Okay, so now we're gonna create a new repository for Etsy, and we're gonna create it with a few different parameters, which is the fastest for my computer. And if you want to see how you can figure out the benchmarks to figure out what's the fastest for your system, leave some comments down below. So first things first, we're gonna go Kopia repository create, just like before, but now we're gonna do -- block dash hash equals there equals, and this is gonna be in caps, Blake 3 dash 256 dash 128. Now we're gonna have a space. Now we're gonna do dash dash encryption dash dash encrypt. I can't type it. Encryption equals AES 256 dash GCM dash HMAC, another dash, SHA 256. So now we're gonna do dash dash object dash splitter equals fixed dash 8M, and then we're gonna go file system just like before dash dash path, and we're gonna go to the same place, home KS backup etc backup etc. Now we're gonna have to create a good strong password for this one too. Repeat it, and now you can see here that this is different than the first one we made. Okay, so now we're gonna set the policy for this, but first we gotta connect to this repository. Kopia repository connect file system dash dash path, and then home KS backup slash etc. Enter the password for that repository. So now we're gonna type in Kopia policy set. Now we're gonna do dash dash keep dash annual equals 0. In my case, I don't want to keep I want to keep 0 snapshot annually, so I have one that remains annually. Now we're gonna do dash dash keep monthly 4 dash dash keep dash weekly 4 dash dash keep dash daily, and here you can choose. I like to have 14 days, and then we're gonna do dash dash keep dash latest, and I do about 20. And now we're gonna set the compression. So dash dash compression equals S2 dash default, and now we want to apply this globally to this repository. So dash dash global, and again I found out that my system, this is the fastest compression and the best mixture between the fastest and the most compression for me. So now we're just gonna hit enter. So I spelled compression wrong, so I'm gonna have to do that again here. I need another S in here, and now you can see it set the policy new, and it will compression algorithm to S2 default. So that is perfect. Now we have those two. Okay, now that is done. So we're gonna clear the terminal, and now we're gonna make a couple of scripts, or one script that has the commands to be run to do this automatically in the background. But first we gotta make sure we have crony installed. So I'm gonna just exit out there, so we're on the regular user, and we're gonna try sudo system ctl crony status and see if we have. So we have it, but it's not enabled. So we're gonna enable it, and we gotta see here. Enable crony that. Now we gotta put a service behind it, and so now we gotta start it. And if we check the status on it, you can see it's up and running, so that's good. Cool. So now I want to go into the cron tab, but we can't do it cron tab -e here. This is just for my user. We want to make this run as sudo in the background. So I'm gonna go out of this. Again, we're gonna have to do sudo su. And now if we type in first things first, we can go here to make the script. cd user local sbin and here mkdir scripts. This is where I like to put the scripts. So cd scripts, and you can see there's nothing in here because we just made it. So nano backup.sh. So we're in here now using the nano text editor. So I'm just gonna make it a bash script. So you want to have the hashtag !! bin bash. That makes it so it knows it's a bash script. And I'm gonna put a comment here to back up automatically in the background / documents and /etc. That's just how I like, so you can keep it good. And I'm gonna make one more comment here, and this is gonna be the etc. So now we're gonna have to do an export command, and then all caps Kopia _ password. Then we can remove the caps. We're gonna have equal command, $, and those I don't know what you call those things. And here you want to type in your password that you made for your repository. This is where it's important that we make this as sudo, and we put that only the sudo user can read this file. Because I have not been able to figure out how to get GPG to make an encryption key as sudo, so I can use pass to substitute the passwords in here. Okay, so now we're gonna type the command Kopia repository connect, and then file system -- path, and then home ks backup etc. And now Kopia snapshot create -- comment no, it's description equals /etc. That's just what I like to do. And now we gotta put /etc because that's what we want to back up. And now we're gonna run a maintenance on it. Kopia maintenance -- full, and then Kopia repository disconnect. Just it's really important that you make sure you spell everything correctly. And I believe I have. So now we're gonna make another one here for home ks documents, because that's the two repositories we made, and we're gonna need to do another export command. export Kopia password, and then equals $, these things which I can't remember what's called, and then the password for that. And now Kopia, so we can basically do this, just copy this, but we're gonna have to change these parameters. Documents / home ks, and then documents, and then go up one, and then we have to put in the repository documents. Okay, so now that is all set up. So now we gotta save this, and in Nano it's hold down Control O to write out, hit enter, and then Control X to exit. So we can LSLARH, we can see that backup is still owned by root here, and we're gonna make it executable. So you want to do ch mod and then plus x backup.sh, because you can see here before it was just read, write, read, and read. So now if we do that same comment here, we can see that it's got read, write, execute. And I like to do chmod 750 and then backup and then lsla, just to make sure that you can see here that we have made it only accessible to sudo or root users. If I exit list here, we can see we have backup there, but we gotta go here, cd user local spin scripts, and here we can see we have that backup script. If I try and read it, cat it out, backup, it will say permission denied. If I try to open it with Nano, backup, that's it. It just gives us an empty document, and you can see down here it says error reading backup permission denied. So Control X to exit out of that. So sudo su again, type in your password. There we go. So to make sure that this script is working before we put it into Chrome tab, we do pwd. We're in the right place. So sh backup. .sh, we're gonna see here it's gonna move through it, and since there's nothing in here, that went really fast. So we have that, made that one, and it's gone through the whole thing. Okay, so that's good. Since we're still at root, who am I? Root. We can just type in cron tab -e to edit the current cron tab file. And so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I remember correctly, this is minutes, this is hours, this is days, this is weeks. We'll look at that after, because I don't honestly remember it right now. I just remember what I'm putting in there. So to make sure this works, 1 star 1, that means we're gonna snapshot once every minute. Do a space and put down 4 more of these. Then sh to the script location, so user local spin scripts backup.sh. That's all you need to do now. So now you want to save it and X. Okay, you can go here, say man cron tab, and I want to make this a little bit bigger. Cron tab Linux man page. So here you can see if I'm able to scroll down there. So we have minute, hour, day of the month, and day of the week. So that was the stars we put in. So if I'm opening up a new window here, I'm gonna put this one over here, make it bigger, and then H top, since we have that. So every minute it's supposed to be updating that. So if we go here and we go, I'm gonna stop it. We know we have one on each because we tested it manually. So I'm gonna go into Chrome tab -E, and I'm just gonna put a hashtag in front of it to stop it for right now. And now we can go in and check. So Kopia repository connect, and then do file system --path home ks backup etc. We want to type in the password, and then Kopia snapshot list. We can see we have two passwords, or not passwords, two snapshots here. And the last one was taken 12:43, which was a minute ago, so that works. And if we wanted to see what's in here, is Kopia ls, same number, and then hit it. So now you can see that these are all the files that were in there. Okay, so let me go here. I'm gonna quit this. We're gonna go sudo su lsmnt, and there you can see we have all the stuff because we just mounted it in there. Okay, so, and you have to be root because that's the way we made it, so no one else can get access to your stuff. Okay, so when that's done, let's make just as a regular exit there. So let's touch home ks documents, and then a test file.txt, and then we can touch another one here, md, and let's sudo copy cd documents. So sudo copy test file md over to etc. So we moved it. So now if we go here and Chrome tab -E, I'm going to remove that hashtag so it starts again, and then X. So once we wait a minute here, I'll be back to you here once this ticks over to 49, and we'll go check out the new snapshot. Okay, so it has officially ticked over. I'm gonna give it just a little bit longer here, and then we're gonna stop the script again, and then we're gonna go check it out. So stop it, Control O, X. So if we now do repository connect here on etc, and type in the password and Kopia snapshot list, we can see here we have two identical ones and then one that's not identical. So the last one was 12:43, and that's 12:40. So let's just take this one here and see what's going on. And take Kopia ls, this one, and see test. We don't. It's not on there yet. So here you can see we have the test file.md, the one we copied over. So it had only added that one file. We haven't actually saved this twice, the full stuff. Cool. So Kopia repository disconnect. So now we're gonna check out the home. So that would be the same thing, but we're gonna change this to documents. We're gonna type in the password, and then Kopia snapshot list, and we can see we have the same things because we did the same thing. But this one gonna have an extra file, not a txt file as well. So if we take that one and do Kopia ls, that one, you can now see that we have both of the files. You can even, if we had something in these files, you can even cat it out. So if you just go over here and say cat, and then since we're inside this directory and we want to do this file, put our slash, and then we could do test file.md. So if it had something in it, it would be catted out right now for us, so we could read it. And that is basically how you can do automatic backups of your computer. This is not for system backups. This is for your home directory, your Etsy, your OPT, the stuff where you have stuff, and then you can use TimeShift to back up your full system, like your system files. That's how I use it on my real production machine. So I hope you liked this tutorial. It's a little bit long, but that's the only way you can kind of get to all of this. If you have a better way of doing this, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will check that out. And again, check out Kopia. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and leave your comment down below again. I'll see you all next time.